day after Hurricane Ian. Pretty much it hit yesterday, right on the west coast, south, like about Sarasota. And like I was saying in my other video, it's generally overhyped. The people who live near that area, they got plastered. A lot of stuff underwater, and that's why they evacuated, but they're right there on the beach, so that's gonna happen. Meanwhile, us, we never lost power. It's still pretty windy outside, as you can see. I mean, maybe you can't see it, but it is, the wind really picks up and then it just dies off. The best thing about it is it brought in some nice weather. We in Florida, we don't get a lot of nice weather, so it's actually cool outside. Monday when I went to work, it was 97 degrees, according to the temperature gauge in my truck, my tow truck. But right now it's about 65, so it's actually really nice out. So I decided, hey, since the weather's nice out and I won't sweat to death like I always do, because I sweat more than I'm proud of, I'm gonna come out here and go ahead and try and rip the rest of the haze and whatever little crap that's stuck in that paint out. I'm gonna start with quick detailing it. The paint, the wax is already stripped off of it. They stripped the wax off of it when I washed the car. So I'm going to basically quick detail, compound, polish, and then I'm just gonna use a quick wax. The compound I'm using is Meguiar's Ultimate Compound. I needed something a little bit more abrasive, especially for when I did on the roof. So I do wish I had a compound that had more of an abrasive type liquid in the bottle, but that's all right, I got it out. It just took a lot longer than what I wanted. And then Meguiar's Ultimate Polish worked great. And then I'm only using quick wax because at some point I do plan to ceramic coat the car. So when I do the ceramic, I do my own ceramic. I'm not paying somebody to do it, it's stupid. When I go ahead and ceramic it, I will just go ahead and strip the quick wax back off ceramic car, but that's just a small protection between now and then before I do it. So, because I'm not ready to do it yet, but I do want to put something on the car because I am going to be driving it here and there before I do my ceramic coat. So I'm going to try and get you an angle. I'm going to have to flip the camera around and you'll get to see exactly what I'm talking about with the haziness in the paint, but I can get a lot of it out, so that's what we're going to do. All right, you kind of can see it in the light, in the reflection there. There's some haze, there's some stuff in that clear that needs to be cleaned out, and it's kind of all over my trunk lid. This is from years of just probably washing the car, maybe doing like some cheap wax, and being out in the elements, rain, things like that. I will say that I don't think anybody clay barred this car, and I was gonna do it, but I'm going to compound the crap out of it, so it really doesn't even matter. Once I compound it, it should be pretty much to a whole new start, and you can see more in the reflection as it goes. There's just stuff in the paint. Will it all come out? Probably not, but I did my roof, and my roof came out fantastic. It's hard to see in the paint, but the roof came out great. So I know I can do this to that. You see the rest of the car. The rest of the car shines like a brand new penny. So I'm gonna go ahead and video me doing this. And then I'll give you like a after result of what it came out to be. I think this might be the hardest part of it. And I truthfully should have done it. I put a new emblem on it quite a while ago. I kind of wish I had done this when I didn't have the emblem on, but I can work around it. It's not a big deal. But let me set my camera up and then I'll catch some of the angles of me just kind of working at it. All right, so this is just the first pass with compound. There's still some haziness there. It's not quite out. This area is a little bit better for sure compared to what it was. This right here. So it's getting there. I only spent maybe 10 minutes just on the first pass here. So we'll see what happens when I go through on a second coat. I did spray it and wipe down all the compound just to get a clear look at everything. I have to go harder on that edge right there, but that's pass number one. All right, that was my second trip over at compounding. You can see it cleaned up a lot of that stuff in the paint. Let me get a little further over here. It's a lot better than what it was. I am gonna go over it one more time and just probably hit some of that a little bit more. But back here is real solid. I'm gonna go over it one more time, compounding. Then I'm gonna bust out that side real quick, do that whole side, and then polish, and then I'll do a update on what it looks like after that. Here's another good angle. This is the side I haven't done. Yeah, I went ahead and put compound on it. I just work in areas, but you can see that cloudiness there, and it gets stronger as it goes back. But we'll see if we can get that out. So I got to focus on that area there. That's about the only spot that it really didn't get perfect, where like I kind of want to start polishing. So I'm going to go over it again. This will be my third compound on this side. This area here I need to get a little closer to. I try not to get near those rubber seals around the window, but you can see it's definitely a lot better than what it was, but this is the area I'm talking about. I gotta spend a little more time on that. That's just polish right all in there, but I'm gonna go over it one more time and then we will polish for sure. But just to give you an idea, this is the second time over it, so. All right, so I did my first polish. I'm gonna do a second polish and try and get a little more of that haze out. It's definitely a lot better than what it was when I started. There's some water spots in it, like right here, that little water spot I'm pointing to. Things like that are just like, it could be that bird crap hit it and never was wiped off in time, so it ate into the clear. Could have been a little bit of acid rain. You know, those clouds get filled with everything we put up there, so I have heard that sometimes the rain can eat into your clear a little bit. It's not horrible. This light really does make it brighter than what it is. In person, it's hard to see, especially if you have it out of the garage, but I had the light hitting it just right. I'm gonna polish it one more time, and then we're just gonna leave it at that and see what we got. All right, and here is the finished product, waxed and done. So Came out a lot clearer. You can see there's not much left in that paint as far as blurriness. There is some over here. I just could never really get it out. I'm sure if I went with a little bit deeper cut on the compound, I could do a little better, but those spots out in the daylight, you won't be able to see them. And they're pretty clear when you get it out, so you can't ever really tell they were there. So that's it. That's pretty much the whole job. I'm gonna start doing the sides at some point. I just try and do little by little. This stuff is not the most exciting work to do, but it came out pretty good. I'm happy with it. Next time I think I'll go something with a little bit harsher cut like I was saying before. But I appreciate you guys watching. The weather is still not that bad. It's actually getting a little bit sunny out. So I had the garage door open because the weather's nice. And still cloudy, but it's definitely not what they said it was gonna be. Told everybody it was gonna rain all day. It was gonna be nasty. And it pretty much has not rained at all. So those of you who were in it, hope you're safe. Hope you came home to everything still intact and nothing destroyed. Anywho, I think we'll be back to work tomorrow, but sometime over the weekend I will probably shave and go ahead and make another video on something else I'll be working on. So appreciate y'all watching, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.